Kia ora from Christchurch. There's one question that keeps cropping up as people find out about our adventure that we're embarking on, and that is, how are you going to do all this? Travel through Europe, write a book, and create all the social media content? And that's a very good question. But we've been working hard for the last few months. We're living and breathing it. We're learning so much. We've created a schedule for each country that we visit, and it is working. Well, almost. We almost got scammed the first day that we put our car on the market. We almost didn't get our portable pension for while we're travelling, which was basically the food that we would eat. And sometimes we almost don't like each other on a daily basis as we figure things out. But we're working on it. As we've been here in Christchurch, you know, we're familiar with this place, but because of our purpose in writing the book, we have gone places that we've never been before. We've done things that we've never thought of doing before. We've met some amazing people, and we shared those, a few of those in our first video. And the response that we got was, that was just an introduction. We want to know more. And so we've done that in the second video.
Sometimes the best stories happen when you're not really expecting them. While I was in research mode, I met Trevor and Heather Tague from Toby Hill Farm. It's about an hour west of Christchurch in the hill country towards the Southern Alps. Now, they're a classic Kiwi farming couple, but I think with a pretty incredible story. So together, they run this 150-acre working farm, a sheep farm, but it's more than just a farm. It's a place where they now share a lifetime of knowledge with visitors from all over the world. Trevor, well, in New Zealand speak, we'd call him a hard case. He's a character. He spent decades as a shearer and sheep farmer, really hard-working, heaps of hands-on experience, like so many Kiwis, really understated, but he's got like this wealth of great one-liners.
You can do anything with a whistle and a stick. Sometimes I've even tapped the stick and I say, "Get my boots for me, please." A lot of my mates are looking at the lid now and have been for quite some time.
Heather is right there beside him, a partner in every sense of the word. Together they've turned this farm into a thriving tourist experience. They show people the true art of shearing, of wool production and life on a New Zealand farm. But here's the amazing thing. Trevor is 83 years old.
I was born in 1942, so you can work it out for yourself.
And Heather's not far behind. And they have no real plans for slowing down anytime soon. So they're well into their third act of life.
I think I'm on the fourth act.
They're still pushing forward, running a farm, welcoming visitors, and proving that age is just a number. To sum it up, I'd say hardworking, resilient, no pretenses, just two great people doing what they love, sharing what they know, and in the process, I think, inspiring us all. Proof that passion, hard work, and a great sense of humour can take you a long way. I'm on my quest to find children involved in farm life here in Canterbury, and I came across a remarkable young girl. Meet Marika, just 10 years old, and she's already running her small-scale sheep milking operation. But it's a setup that she's built all by herself. A homemade pen, a milking station, and made with a whole lot of determination. Marika's journey started 3 years ago when she was only 7 years old. Her granddad, none other than Trevor Tague, our seasoned sheep farmer from the previous feature, gave her an orphaned lamb. She named it Fluffy, and soon after she decided she wanted to milk sheep. Impressively, she's learned about breeding, training the sheep, so they get the colostrum, is it?
Yeah.
How long does it take to train them to do this?
They went to my grandparents that we went to their farm,
Yeah.
and they had a ram, Murray, so all our ewes went to their place and to get pregnant, and then I would get my milking sheep back earlier than the normal ones, and I would train them from July to September, so until they land.
And so training them,
That means getting them in every day.
I love this girl's tenacity and beautiful spirit. And let me tell you, she's got the milking technique down. I gave it a go. Got to find it. So up,
Yeah.
around, and okay, I'm a novice. How do you get it long? Okay, so you're right up under.
Yeah. At least you got a tiny there.
Come on.
I also like put it there.
We could be here till lunchtime. Okay, I've done it. I can say I've milked a sheep. And she doesn't care at all. Certainly not as easy as Marika makes it look. Marika's skills don't stop at milking. She even makes her own feta cheese. Now, I was skeptical at first, but she convinced me to try it. And I have to admit, it's good. Now she sells the milk and cheese to her family and neighbours. I call her a sheep milking entrepreneur, but that's not her motivation. She does it because she's driven and she just loves it. It's her project, and she's become competent, confident, and knowledgeable. I sat down with her and had a chat about her experience and even her hopes and dreams. I found her explanations and conversation to be delightful. Her sheep know her, and she knows them. When she calls, they answer, and when they call, she answers. It's very cute.
Fluffy can hear me. That's Fluffy there.
Oh, really?
Fluffy! Fluffy!
And Marika isn't stopping here. She's already studying high-yield cattle breeds, planning for the future, not just hoping, but knowing what she wants to do. And she's done most of this on her own, with very supportive parents. I find her inspiring. For a 10-year-old, I think she's pretty extraordinary. And if Marika is anything to go by, I believe the future of farming in New Zealand is in great hands. Book 2. The research and preparation for Book 2 in the Sarason series. I feel comfortable with the characters. I feel like I'm getting to know them better. Their personalities are emerging. And because this book is laying the foundation for their travels, I'd have to say the Sarason kids are getting pretty excited about their Europe adventure. But at the same time, they're having to say farewell to their dad, to their family, to their friends. And that brings a range of emotions and situations that, can be confronting. So I really hope you enjoy Book 2 of the Sarason Factor, the Europe series. It's called Christchurch Tales, and it's set in the Canterbury region. But what are you going to find there? Let's look at the introduction. Has the largest eagle ever to have existed really come back from extinction? Should the Sarason Factor attempt a dangerous rescue? How do you communicate with someone when you don't speak their language? What begins as a peaceful trip to their uncle's sheep farm in the South Island quickly turns into an unexpected adventure for the Sarason family. They face challenges they never saw coming in a dramatic photo chase across Christchurch and Canterbury. And in that distant paddock, could there possibly be an alien hiding in plain sight? And so here's the book cover for Book 2, Christchurch Tales, the Sarason Factor. So how can you access this book? Remember, we're making all of the books in the Europe series available at no cost. You just have to go to my website, pcread.com, and you can download the ebooks for free. In my mind, I can see grandparents and parents doing this with their children, but also the idea that grandparents could actually read this book online to their grandchildren.
Gotta get the right one. I really like using dialogue in my stories, and sometimes I have absolutely no choice. I set up a scene, I provide a problem or a challenge, and then I just wait, because sure enough, soon the characters will start dealing with this problem themselves. And so effectively I'm providing a platform for their conversation to develop. So problem solving, working together, helping other people together, these are all perfect platforms for them to have the conversation, to think about the questions that they need to answer or solve. But I also want them to learn to listen to what they're saying, listen to what other people are saying, so that they then learn to respect others in the conversation as well. So the other day I was part of a conversation between parents of young children. I heard them say that children are losing the art of conversation, and I almost had to disagree, because I've had some of the most wonderful, fun, entertaining conversations with my target age group. As a teacher, I'm walking around the school on duty, and the children walk with me, and I ask them questions about scenarios, and some of the things that they say are so out there. I'm just like, where did that possibly come from? But at the same time, in the next breath, they offer some amazing insight that I'd never thought of. And so I don't think the art of conversation is dying. I think we're probably not asking the right questions. And so I'm excited to have my characters experience this art of conversation and all over the place, because I think we're going to have a really fun time. I'll be listening to see what they are going to say. We have loved our time in Christchurch. The schedule is working, Book 2 is completed. I have to say a huge thank you to our family who have supported us and put up with us while we've been struggling through this learning process. Big thank you to the grandkids, who the catchphrase now is "sub to my grandma," which basically means subscribe to our YouTube channel, Reids on the Road. Reality is setting in, less than a week to go, and we are heading off to Europe.